here we are in London. I'm standing here with Chris Lynn, the Vice President of Sales North America for London and Partners. Chris, a lot of great things happening in London, one of the world's great destinations, of course, from a meeting planner's perspective. Can you give us a little update on what's happening, all the latest, greatest things that you guys are doing in London to bring in that group business?
Absolutely, and thank you for this great opportunity. You know, it's an exciting time for London. We've had a great track record, of course, and a great journey since the Olympic Games. But the story really gets retold every year. Last year alone, we added a new 53 hotels to the city, more than double of any other European city. So the offering really is giving us a four-sided city, because some of those new hotels are including the new opening that's going to be the Intercontinental at the O2, which will have one of the largest ballrooms in Europe, seating in excess of 3,000 people. So that's just one great example in that world. But what we are seeing is the Olympic legacy coming true. Many of those venues that were built for the Games now are welcoming the world through meetings and conventions. So our citywide offering for large events has never been stronger. But then also the creativity, and what we are really talking about at the moment is getting behind events, the science of events, if you will. We have our Love the Event, Love the Experience campaign. This is really talking about everyone really has the hardware to do events, so the venues, etc. But how about to bring it alive and be creative, we need to look at the software of events. So bringing the senses, how we can really be creative, and that way I think planners can be more successful.
Excellent. Of course, at the end of the day, it's all about creating the experience, the collective experience. First of all, obviously you have one of the great cities in terms of airport access. So yes. you have great airports in the London region. You have flights from all over the world, so it's easy to get people in and out of London, very, very efficient airports. But there's a lot going on in the culinary scene in London right now over the last year or two, so if you could fill us in on that as well.
Absolutely. You know, it makes me hungry just thinking about it, but our food scene has exploded. We do rival Paris on the gastro end with the number of Michelin stars that we have, but truly what comes into its own are the gastro pubs. The pub, of course, is very iconic, but match that with restaurant quality food, and you have this wonderful niche that London is very proud of. This really brings doing London like a local, being like a local but an international visitor to the food scene in London. They're pleasantly surprised. I think we haven't maybe had the reputation of other cities, but we now sit on the world stage with that. But I think we combine that with our prowess in the cocktail world as well, so people can throw great events which will have great food and beverage, but also pulling from our market culture too. So that farm to table approach you truly see in London, and every food trend, I guess, really that we have in the world, you will find in London.
Well, and of course you mentioned the innovation in terms of how you're addressing the group businesses coming in. Are you seeing a lot of groups coming in from the United States these days? Has that been an increase over, say, the last year or so?
You know, it has. We've really seen the trend and an uptick in groups coming in. The inquiry length time the lead time is growing again, which is great for planning, of course. But we are seeing from some main sectors, tech events from the tech world certainly are big for London right now. We're as big as San Francisco now for the tech community and growing. Also the creative industries as well as finance, of course, which we're very strong on. So some of those industries we've really focused on and driven home truly are seeing results.
Excellent. So it sounds like a lot of great things are happening here in London. Chris, in closing, is there anything else that we might have missed that you'd like to relay to the audience?
You know, the main thing is when you're thinking of an international event, think of London. It's a city that is supported, of course, by a world-class CVB and one where people are paramount. So let us know how we can help.
Great. Thank you so much, Chris Lynn, here at the London booth on IMEX Day 3. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.